During his farewell tour performance in February 2020, Elton John experienced a deeply emotional moment that left fans shocked and speechless. In the midst of his set, the iconic musician unexpectedly stopped playing and broke down in tears, unable to continue. Sitting at his grand piano, he shook his head, clearly struggling with his emotions. The sight of the usually confident and vibrant performer so vulnerable was a rare and unforgettable moment for those in the audience. Fans were left wondering what could have caused such an emotional outburst, unaware that Elton John was facing a personal health battle that he would soon reveal. The moment was not just a part of his performance, but a poignant reminder that even the most famous stars have their own private challenges. Elton John's farewell Yellow Brick Road tour was initially conceived as a meaningful conclusion to his decades-long career in music. After spending years on the road, performing in front of adoring fans across the globe, John felt it was time to step away from the constant touring to focus on what mattered most to him, his family. His commitment to a grueling schedule of concerts had left him with little time to spend with his husband, David Furnish, and their two young sons, Zachary and Elijah. The musician wanted to create cherished memories with his family, something his career had often put on hold. The farewell tour became not only a chance to say goodbye to the stage, but also an opportunity to express gratitude for the extraordinary experiences and connections he had made throughout his life. Despite the celebratory nature of the performances, there were underlying health issues that made the decision to retire feel even more urgent. Elton John was facing challenges with his health, which added an emotional layer to the significance of this final tour. His decision was driven by the need to prioritize his well-being and family, marking the end of an era both professionally and personally. The farewell Yellow Brick Road tour wasn't just a final act of musical celebration, but a step toward a new chapter in his life, one that would allow him to enjoy the fruits of his long career in a more balanced and meaningful way. Elton John, in his candid memoir Me, opened up about a deeply personal health struggle that had remained private for years. He revealed that he had been diagnosed with prostate cancer, a shocking disclosure for his fans who had followed his illustrious career. Rather than pursuing traditional treatments like chemotherapy or radiation, Elton made a bold decision to undergo surgery. He explained that he chose this route to avoid a long, drawn-out battle with the disease, one that could potentially interfere with his ability to continue performing on his final tour. This decision reflected his strong-willed nature, showing his desire to take charge of his health and face the situation on his own terms. However, the aftermath of the surgery was far from easy. Complications arose that made the recovery period much more difficult than he had anticipated. These health issues disrupted his daily life in ways he hadn't expected, forcing him to confront both physical and emotional challenges. Elton's battle with cancer served as a reminder of the strength and resilience that have defined much of his life and career. Elton John did not shy away from the painful realities of his surgery. He admitted that the procedure was not only physically taxing, but also came with long-term consequences that he had to learn to navigate. One of the most difficult aspects was dealing with the side effects, including incontinence and a loss of sexual function, issues that can be particularly distressing for men undergoing prostate surgery. John was open about how these challenges affected his sense of self, but he remained resilient, refusing to let them define him. He also acknowledged how fortunate he was to have the support of his husband, David Furnish, who stood by him throughout the ordeal. Despite the physical and emotional toll, John remained committed to his farewell tour, determined to finish what he had started, even as his body struggled to keep up. During one of his tours in South America, Elton John faced an unexpected medical crisis. What began as a seemingly minor illness rapidly escalated, leading to a critical situation. The singer, known for his legendary performances, found himself struggling with a health scare that took everyone by surprise. The worsening of his condition prompted an urgent decision to return to England, where doctors quickly assessed the situation and determined that it was a severe infection. This infection, had it gone untreated, could have had devastating and potentially fatal consequences for the musician. The seriousness of the health scare highlighted just how fragile Elton John's body had become after years of performing at the highest level. His decision to retire from touring was greatly influenced by this alarming episode, as it became clear that the toll of constant travel and performances had taken a significant toll on his body. Though he recovered from the infection, the experience served as a pivotal moment, ultimately marking the end of his career on the road. As Elton John's health continued to decline during his tour in South America, it became clear that urgent action was necessary. Local doctors struggled to manage his worsening condition, leading to a swift decision for emergency transfer back to London. This move highlighted the seriousness of his situation. Upon arriving in London, he was admitted to the renowned King Edward VII Hospital, a place famous for treating royalty and celebrities. The medical professionals there quickly assessed his condition and determined that it was more critical than they had first thought. His symptoms had become complex, and they recognized the need for advanced medical equipment and specialized care. Consequently, they arranged for him to be moved to another hospital, one better equipped to handle such severe medical needs. There, a comprehensive assessment was conducted, and a team of doctors prepared to initiate life-saving treatments for the beloved musician, ensuring he received the highest level of care during this challenging time. Once at the London Clinic, one of the city's most advanced private hospitals, John underwent an intensive series of medical procedures. Specialists determined that he had developed a serious fluid buildup in his diaphragm, a complication that required emergency surgery. The procedure involved draining the accumulated lymphatic fluid, which had been putting immense pressure on his organs and making breathing increasingly difficult. Following the operation, John remained under strict medical supervision in the intensive care unit, where he received around-the-clock monitoring. His body had endured significant trauma, and recovery would not be immediate. Despite his resilience, his medical team knew that this was only the beginning of a long and uncertain path to regaining his health. Each day in the ICU presented challenges as they carefully monitored his vital signs, ensuring his body adjusted to the sudden changes it had endured. Family and close friends often visited, offering support as he faced this tough journey. They understood that healing takes time and patience, and for John, this was a pivotal moment where his strength would be tested as he aimed to return to the vibrant life he cherished. After extensive testing, doctors confirmed that John had contracted a rare and life-threatening infection during his time in South America. The rapid spread of the bacteria triggered a severe immune response, putting his entire system at risk. As his health deteriorated, he faced multiple medical examinations, scans, and tests to assess the extent of the damage caused by the infection. The situation was critical, and immediate action was necessary. His condition required strong medical intervention, which included a rigorous regimen of intravenous antibiotics that lasted several weeks. The treatment process was grueling and took a toll on his body, leaving John physically drained and weak. Yet, this potent treatment was the only way to combat the infection effectively, preventing irreversible damage to his organs. Doctors closely monitored his response to the antibiotics, as they needed to ensure that the aggressive nature of the infection was being controlled. Through determination and the dedicated effort of the medical team, he fought hard to recover from this challenging ordeal. As time went on, his resilience was tested, but he continued to push forward, focused on regaining his health and strength. Dealing with such a serious health scare changed his perspective on life and art, reminding him of the fragility of existence. The experience not only influenced his music, but also deepened his appreciation for life and the people around him. While facing such a daunting challenge, he remained hopeful and determined, using his passion for music as a source of strength throughout his recovery journey. Perhaps the most profound moment in Elton John's life came when he learned just how precarious his health situation had become. His doctors shared the shocking news that he was only 24 hours away from death due to a severe infection. This realization hit him hard, as it was a wake-up call that he had never expected. For years, he had been known for his high-energy performances, often pushing himself to the limit for the sake of his fans. Exhaustion and illness had become a part of his routine, but the severity of this specific incident made it clear that his body could no longer endure such demands. This near-death experience made Elton pause and reevaluate everything he had been doing. He could no longer take his health for granted. It transformed his outlook on life, shifting his focus from the relentless pursuit of fame and success to a more balanced approach. This moment of reckoning opened his eyes to what truly mattered, ultimately prompting him to prioritize his well-being and those who cared for him, changing the way he viewed his career and life moving forward. Lying alone in his hospital bed at night, away from the spotlight and the adoring crowds, Elton John was overtaken by thoughts of his life. The bright lights of fame, the music that had defined his identity, and the excitement of performing faded into the background. In that moment of solitude, he confronted the stark reality of his mortality. He found himself praying, but not for more fame or fortune. Instead, he prayed for time, time to be with his husband, for these moments were precious and fleeting. He wished for time to watch his sons grow up, to share the simple joys of life as a family. The relentless demands of his career, which had brought him so much joy and success, suddenly felt overwhelming. This experience became a defining moment of clarity. It was then he truly embraced the necessity of his farewell tour. This tour was not just a final bow to the stage, but a transition into a new phase of life. In this new phase, his well-being and his loved ones would finally take precedence. Even after overcoming the immediate crisis, John's health remained fragile. The infection took a significant toll on his body, leading to ongoing complications that affected his mobility and endurance. Walking became a struggle for him, and simple daily activities that he once carried out with ease now required greater effort. His plans to complete his farewell tour faced significant disruptions, forcing him to reschedule concerts due to recurring infections and various health-related setbacks. These health challenges added to the difficulties he faced, yet there was a resilient spirit within him. Rather than feeling the pressure to perform at all costs, he found a new sense of purpose guiding him. This change in perspective allowed him to view his career's conclusion with a focus on ensuring that he was taking care of himself. He was determined to finish his tour, but he did so with a commitment to prioritize his health, making adjustments when necessary. The journey became not just about the music, but about his well-being as he navigated his health complexities. Elton John's fans were left heartbroken when he had to cancel highly anticipated concerts in Orlando and Tampa at the last minute due to a severe ear infection. These cancellations were especially hard for fans who had traveled long distances and spent a lot of money to attend what they expected to be unforgettable performances by the legendary musician. The timing of the cancellations could not have been worse, as Elton John had already been dealing with several health issues that had put a strain on his touring schedule. This latest setback only added to growing concerns about his ability to continue performing at the level his fans had come to expect from him over the years. Despite his love for his audience and his deep commitment to his music career, Elton's medical team strongly advised against performing while dealing with such a serious condition. The risk of permanent hearing damage was simply too high, and it was a decision that had to be made for his long-term health. Unfortunately, fans were unaware of the severity of Elton John's condition when the cancellations were announced, leading to frustration and disappointment. They had been looking forward to experiencing his music live, and were left in the dark about the reasons behind the sudden changes. While Elton John's dedication to his craft has never been in question, this situation served as a reminder of the delicate balance between a performer's health and their ability to entertain the masses. The frustration from fans was understandable, but it also highlighted just how much the musician's well-being mattered, even if it meant putting his tour on hold for a while. Elton John faced a difficult situation when he had to cancel several of his scheduled concerts, leaving many of his fans disappointed. In an effort to address the frustration his cancellations caused, he took to Facebook to offer a heartfelt apology. In his post, he shared that he had been undergoing antibiotic treatment, hoping it would allow him to perform at his scheduled shows. However, despite his efforts, his health had not improved enough for him to take the stage as planned. Elton John expressed deep regret for letting down his loyal fans, acknowledging how much their support meant to him throughout his career. He reassured everyone that he was doing everything in his power to recover, and promised to return to the stage once his health allowed. His transparency and sincere communication helped to ease some of the frustration felt by ticket holders. Many of his fans, recognizing the challenge of balancing health and performance, expressed understanding and support for the artist, hoping for his speedy recovery. Through his open dialogue, Elton John managed to maintain a strong bond with his audience, assuring them that their patience and understanding were deeply appreciated. In May 2019, Elton John faced another challenge as illness forced him to cancel a performance in Verona, Italy, after he contracted the flu. Despite this setback, the month marked a major milestone in his career because his long-awaited biographical film Rocketman premiered, giving audiences around the world a vivid look at his life story. The film captured the highs and lows of his journey, showing not only his musical genius but also the personal struggles that shaped him. While health issues occasionally interrupted his live performances, fans and critics alike celebrated his enduring impact on music and culture. The story of his resilience and talent continued to inspire new generations, proving that even temporary obstacles could not dim the legacy he had built over decades. His voice, stage presence, and songwriting remained influential, and the excitement around Rocketman highlighted the deep connection people felt with both his art and his life. The balance between facing personal health challenges and achieving public recognition showed the complexity of a career lived in the spotlight, and the way audiences responded demonstrated how much his music and story resonated beyond the stage. Each performance and appearance reminded fans of the dedication behind every song, every note, and every lyric, and his influence on contemporary music persisted despite interruptions caused by illness. This period underscored how an artist's life could intertwine with their work, making even brief pauses in performance part of a larger narrative that celebrated endurance, creativity, and the timeless nature of his contributions to music. The release of Rocketman marked a significant chapter in Elton John's life, illustrating his incredible journey to fame, alongside his personal challenges and victories. The film captivated audiences by portraying not just the glamorous aspects of his career, but also the struggles that shaped him into the artist he is today. Taron Egerton took on the lead role, bringing Elton's story to life with skill and passion. Rather than simply mimicking John, Egerton captured his spirit and emotional depth, earning critical recognition for his performance. Rocketman artfully blended reality with fantasy, employing John's iconic music to enhance the narrative, which engaged both longtime fans and newcomers alike. Critics praised this unique approach, highlighting how it allowed audiences to connect with John on a more personal level. The film did not just entertain, it resonated deeply, leading to numerous accolades, including prestigious BAFTA and Golden Globe Awards. Overall, Rocketman solidified Elton John's legacy in the world of musical biopics, and affirmed his impact on the industry with its heartwarming depiction. Elton John and Taron Egerton came together for a special collaboration on the film Rocketman, which showcased not just their talents, but also their shared passion for music. They co-wrote the song I'm Gonna Love Me Again, an original piece specifically composed for the film. This song quickly caught the attention of both audiences and critics, becoming an anthem that celebrated themes of self-acceptance and resilience. These themes resonated deeply with Elton John's personal journey, reflecting his struggles and triumphs throughout his life and career. The powerful message behind the song struck a chord with many, leading to its widespread acclaim. Eventually, I'm Gonna Love Me Again received the prestigious Academy Award for Best Original Song. This Oscar win marked a significant milestone in John's illustrious career, as it was his second Academy Award. His first was for the beloved song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight from The Lion King. Despite facing serious health challenges, Elton John continued to reach remarkable heights in his career, proving his lasting impact and influence in the music industry. His perseverance and creativity remain inspiring to many. While performing in February 2020 in New Zealand, Elton John faced a serious health crisis that left fans concerned and shocked. During his concert, he showed signs of distress and became too ill to continue singing, leading to an alarming incident where he had to be escorted off stage. The moment was unsettling, capturing the audience's attention and reflecting the fragility of life, even for someone as successful as him. Later, it was revealed that he was suffering from pneumonia, an illness that can be severe and draining. This event highlighted the extreme lengths to which he had pushed himself, illustrating his dedication to his craft and his fans despite his deteriorating health. The breakdown on stage reminded everyone that even the strongest stars are not invincible. They, too, face struggles. This situation also underscored his decision to step back from touring, a choice he made to prioritize his health and well-being. It marked yet another chapter in his remarkable career, showcasing both his talent and humanity. As the spotlight illuminated him in New Zealand, Elton John's emotional breakdown became a moment that fans would never forget. Despite his determination to complete his farewell tour and deliver a powerful performance, he faced an unexpected challenge. Sitting at his piano, he began to play Daniel, a song that holds deep significance for many. However, midway through the song, his voice wavered, revealing the toll of illness. The strain was evident as he broke down in tears, his emotional turmoil raw and palpable. With eyes filled with tears, he offered a heartfelt apology to the crowd, his voice barely a whisper, expressing deep frustration at being unable to continue. The pain in his voice resonated deeply as he conveyed the longing to fulfill his promise to perform. As crew members rushed to assist him, the audience witnessed a rare glimpse into the vulnerability of a legendary artist. This powerful moment served as a reminder that even the mightiest can experience moments of fragility, connecting everyone in the shared experience of empathy and understanding. As the concert came to an unexpected end, the audience demonstrated their deep appreciation for Elton John with an overflow of support and affection. Fans reacted with warmth, spontaneously joining together to sing "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." This collective act of singing was not just an expression of disappointment. It was a celebration of the connection they felt with the artist. Despite the abrupt conclusion, the crowd continued to cheer and clap, showcasing their unwavering loyalty. This moment highlighted the profound impact Elton John has made on countless music lovers over the years. Social media buzzed with messages from concertgoers, reflecting on their admiration for the legendary performer. Many described the experience as bittersweet, yet powerful, understanding the challenges he faced due to his health. They recognized the immense effort he put into his performance, acknowledging his determination and passion for music. Such support encapsulated the bond between Elton John and his fans, illustrating how deeply he resonates with audiences across generations. Shortly after the incident, John took to Instagram to explain what had happened. In a heartfelt post, he revealed that he had been diagnosed with walking pneumonia before the show, but had still decided to go on stage, hoping to push through. His post was filled with gratitude, thanking his fans for their understanding and support. He acknowledged that he was devastated by how the night had ended, but reassured them that he had done everything in his power to give them a great performance. The revelation that he had been battling pneumonia while performing only deepened the respect many had for him. This experience showcased his dedication and passion for music, as he put the needs of his fans above his own health. Fans were impressed by his willingness to confront personal challenges, while still delivering the energy and emotion expected from a performance. Such moments remind us of the strength that comes from artists who share their struggles and triumphs with the world, fostering a deeper connection with their audience. As news of Elton John's illness spread, fans voiced a wide range of feelings. Many admired his strength and commitment to his art, celebrating his long career and the countless memories his music has created. They appreciated his determination to perform despite challenges, viewing him as a symbol of resilience. On the other hand, some fans expressed discontent regarding the timing of the concert's cancellation. They felt frustrated that the show was not postponed earlier, believing that this would have allowed them to get refunds or reschedule their plans more easily. Their disappointment emerged from the financial implications of losing out on tickets and travel arrangements. Moreover, many fans started to voice concerns about John's health, urging him to take the necessary time to recover and prioritize his well-being above the pressures of performing. This led to a deeper conversation about the intense expectations placed on musicians, especially established artists who often feel a strong obligation to continue performing for their dedicated fans. This conversation touched on the delicate balance between personal health and professional commitments. In the end, the situation highlighted the unique challenges faced by aging performers in the music industry, who may grapple with the intense pressure to deliver even when their health is at risk. Walking pneumonia is often perceived as a milder form of pneumonia, but it can still pose serious health risks, particularly for individuals pushing their bodies to the limit. This condition, caused by the bacterium Mycoplasma pneumoniae, primarily affects the respiratory system. It leads to persistent coughing, fatigue, fever, and chest discomfort. While it may not always require hospitalization like traditional pneumonia, the symptoms can still be debilitating. For someone like Elton John, who relies on his full vocal strength to perform, walking pneumonia poses a significant challenge. If left untreated, the condition can worsen, particularly if the person continues to exert themselves. This was precisely the scenario John faced, highlighting the importance of listening to one's body and recognizing when rest is necessary. The illness can linger, making it difficult to fully recover while balancing a demanding schedule. Managing the symptoms and allowing adequate time for healing is crucial, especially for those whose careers depend on their health and stamina. After experiencing a collapse, Elton John's doctors emphasized the importance of resting, staying hydrated, and avoiding any strenuous activities. Despite these medical recommendations, his deep commitment to finishing his farewell tour made it challenging for him to step back completely. He pushed himself, trying to perform through his health issues, which unfortunately led to the cancellation and rescheduling of 2 shows in New Zealand. This situation served as a significant reminder that even the most passionate and dedicated artists have to pay attention to their health. While his fans were excited to see him on stage, many understood and supported the notion that his well-being was the priority. The overwhelming encouragement from his audience to take the necessary time for a full recovery highlighted the balance needed between personal health and professional obligations. The love and support from fans reflected a collective understanding that no performance is worth risking one's health. Following his alarming health scare in New Zealand, Elton John faced a tough choice regarding his upcoming concert schedule. Medical professionals advised him strongly to postpone the remaining concerts in Auckland. They emphasized the importance of allowing for a complete recovery due to the severity of his illness and the potential risks that could arise from pushing through with the performances. Knowing how important these concerts were to his fans, John had to weigh his health against the excitement of his audience. After consulting closely with his team, he made the difficult but ultimately necessary decision to reschedule the concerts for 2021. This choice was made to ensure that he would return to the stage feeling better and ready to provide the outstanding performances that fans expected from him. Though the news disappointed many attendees, they understood the importance of prioritizing John's health. Fans were also reassured that their tickets would remain valid for the new dates, and many expressed their willingness to wait, showing their deep care for his well-being over their eagerness to see him live. Amid challenges and health issues, John's gratitude for his fans shone brightly. He consistently took to social media and made public statements to express how thankful he was for their unwavering support. His heartfelt messages reflected not only his appreciation, but also his deep commitment to his audience. Recognizing the disappointment some felt due to cancellations, he reassured fans that he was dedicated to returning to New Zealand to deliver the farewell performance they genuinely deserved. This dedication was a testament to his bond with his audience. Fans, many of whom had been with him for decades, responded with warmth and understanding. They sent messages of encouragement, recognizing that his health had to be a priority. This exchange of appreciation highlighted a unique relationship, showing how John nurtured a connection that went beyond music. As he focused on recovery, both he and his fans shared a mutual respect and admiration that defined his long career, making each note played a reminder of their shared journey through the years. Despite facing challenges like the cancellations in New Zealand, John maintained his enthusiasm and commitment to his farewell tour. This tour was not just a series of concerts, but a remarkable journey that celebrated his incredible career. He focused on the many highlights, such as his electrifying performances that captivated millions of fans worldwide. Even at this stage in his life, John continued to be a cherished figure in the music industry. With a long history of hits and memorable performances, he proved that his talent transcended age, connecting with audiences of all generations. He eagerly anticipated returning to Australia, where 6 final shows awaited. These performances represented an emotional closure, allowing him to give his fans a proper goodbye, while fulfilling his own desire to complete this significant chapter of his life. The excitement built around these last shows illustrated the deep connection he shared with his audience, leaving them with lasting memories of his dynamic presence and enchanting music. As he neared the conclusion of his touring career, Elton John took time to reflect on the remarkable journey he had experienced. He spoke openly about how grateful he was, not just for the success he had achieved but for the love and support he had received throughout his life. His farewell tour was more than just a series of concerts. It was a celebration of his decades-long career, the impact of his music, and the relationships he had built with his fans. Elton's journey in music began at a young age, and over the years, he created many unforgettable songs that became anthems for different generations. He recognized that the applause and cheers were not only for his talent, but also for the moments of connection between him and his audience. Most importantly, it was a turning point where he finally allowed himself to prioritize his health and family. After spending most of his life on the road, he looked forward to the next chapter, one that involved being present for his husband and children, embracing a more balanced and fulfilling lifestyle. This shift reflected a deep appreciation for the simple joys of life outside of fame and success, marking a new beginning centered around love and personal well-being. Elton John's legacy will continue to resonate through his music and the memories he created with fans around the world. Elton John's heartfelt revelation about his health has opened a window into the struggles faced by many, even those in the spotlight. Viewers were not only moved by his music, but also by his humanity in that emotional moment. As he sits before his piano, the tears flowing show that behind the fame is a person who experiences pain and vulnerability. The announcement of his health challenges has made fans reflect on the fragility of life and the importance of well-being. Many can relate to feeling overwhelmed and uncertain at times. This shared experience can bring comfort and connection. Elton's journey serves as a reminder to appreciate the moments we have, offering an important lesson about resilience. His willingness to share this part of his life encourages others to be open about their struggles. Through his music and honesty, he continues to inspire countless fans, showing them that it is okay to express emotions and seek support, regardless of one's